Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now. The Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Marcus Manise. I am the founder and executive director of Strong in My Father Youth and Family Services. Our organization is designed to help young men growing up in homes with our father have a better chance at a better life and a better opportunity. Our organization is preventative, so our goal is to prevent kids from going to jail, juvenile, but live out the purpose that God truly has designed for them. For all information on our organization, if you're looking for a mentorship program and your child is between grades 2nd through 9th, we encourage you to go to our website, stronginmyfather.org, for more information. Sign up to be a part of Stronger Sons Mentorship Program. And then we're hoping that this program continue to help your son live out the true dreams that God truly has designed for them.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395, or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafeHouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by, and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
All right, you're listening to the Conversation with Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. Got a big action-packed show tonight. I've got gentleman supposed to call in 3 minutes ago. I don't know where he's at. That never fails me. Anyways, he called me really alarmed about this new drug on the street that I'm trying to get out to folks. But we're here in about another 10, 15 minutes. We're going to go to Christy and David, Christy Armstrong Pugh, and David Ellis with Mid-10 Hot Rodders. And y'all are up. How many members y'all have?
A little over 1,000.
Yep.
Well, 1,000 folks.
Yep.
You know, and see, I want to leverage your 1,000 members. So I want y'all to listen to what this stuff's going on in our community.
Okay.
And no one's really doing anything. Man, I called law enforcement. They didn't know what I was talking about.
That's sad.
Is that not sad?
That's sad.
I called another group. I can't say who. It's got three letters though. I will say that it's a national federal group. They didn't know anything about it. And I thought, Roger, I can't make this stuff up, man. No wonder we're losing kids.
Right.
No wonder we see suicides and we see overdoses. You know, I had to do you remember I had to do that funeral last about a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, Paul Judd's stepson.
Yeah, Brandon.
I just prayed with that boy a week earlier.
That's sad.
You know, it's sad when you look over a casket and you see a mom and a dad and a grandmother. Man, it makes me want to just start cussing.
Yeah, I had a nephew pass away of an
Really?
overdose years ago. Yeah, so it hits home. That hits home. It does.
You know, I'll just say I think government's broke. And I reached out to some other law enforcement. You know where they were at? They're on vacation. On vacation.
Must be nice, huh?
Must be nice.
Nice.
But I mean, seriously. And then it just then we wonder why the world's just going like it is.
Well, you know that movie. Have you ever seen Idiocracy? You ever seen that movie?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, but J.D. Vance.
Yeah, that's the way everything is the world.
It
is.
is. That's a good one.
Yes.
You know, it's funny you mention that. I had lunch this week with the Consulate General of Japan. It's the strangest thing.
Oh wow.
Consulate General of Japan. You know, they're in charge of Arkansas, I think, New Orleans, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, I think Kentucky, and you know, I used to work at Nissan, so they obviously don't like the Trump tariffs, so they won't talk to me about tariffs. And I told them how I felt. You know, Trump. This isn't something new Trump's making up. I mean, he's been talking about this for years. If you go back and watch him, but it was really surreal because I used to work at Nissan. I told him, I said, I prayed every day, Lord Jesus, lead me out of here, and He led me out. And but I also got to brag on Nissan and the partnership and the Japanese. It's a cool story if you think about, you know, here we had a base in Smyrna that I was born at, and my dad flew in World War II. And Major Walls, I consider my you know, mentor, and Sally, and he was at Pearl Harbor when it was bombed.
Wow.
Major Walls gave my first job, but I remember the Japanese and the Americans would, you know, the Datsun management would meet at the Omni Hut. I was just a little boy. I was 13, making a big $1.50 an hour.
Hey.
Used to have to walk to work, uphill both ways. Anyways, it's easy for me to get off on a tangent. But you mentioned J.D. Vance, and they somehow, I think one of the Japanese mentioned J.D. Vance.
Really?
Well, I think what it was, they asked me who I thought next president would be, and I said J.D. Vance,
Yeah.
and she said that she's read the book.
Oh.
And you know what was strange with these folks, David? Guess they had a picture on the wall. Guess what the picture was of?
What?
Smyrna Train Depot.
Really?
I was like, well, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I thought
That
it
is
was
pretty interesting.
That was, you know, pretty cool. But
you think that was just for that moment, or
I don't know.
Always was there?
I was too busy drinking some sake. You ever had sake?
No.
I don't drink. I do not drink.
I don't either.
And they had some sake there.
Does Boone's Farm make a sake back in the
That's
day?
a long time ago.
Boone's Farm.
But you know that old adage: when in Rome, do as Romans do. Anyways,
that's a good one.
But they were very sweet people, very humble, and great conversation. I got to share my faith with them, and it was really just a wild ride. But I told him to look up that. Did you see that interview of that man that survived both Nagasaki and Hiroshima? There was one man that like survived both. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen that.
I mean, the man talks about forgiveness, and I thought, man, here's a guy that was at both atomic bombings and talked about forgiveness, but Anyway, sweet folks. It's your fault you brought up J.D. Vance. So.
Sorry.
But this this drug that this guy called me about that I thought was going to call in, he called me extremely alarmed. He said, "Man," he said, "Mike, I've fooled with cannabis off and on since I was 13." He says, "I've never seen nothing like this." He's something he bought at the drugstore. I guess the nickname is gas station heroin. And I'm sure a lot more folks know more about it than I do. Apparently, law enforcement doesn't know about it yet. Man, that's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I thought, man, you don't know about this? But anyways, I know I can't pronounce it right. Tianapin. But anyways, Florida has already banned it, and it's derived from Creighton plant. And is that my caller? Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Anyways, I need to explain what this stuff is, but 7-OH is another, I guess, acronym for it. I can't pronounce the word. It's so it's so complicated, but I'm hoping my caller will call in. But Marty Luppman did tell me about something last night, so I'll let him real quick share what he was wanting to tell me earlier. Marty, go ahead.
Hey, I've been listening intently to you talk about those drugs.
Yeah.
And I've got a friend that works at the VA, and she talked about two men that came in last week who had been told to take them instead of a sports drink. And they took them, and they said that it was horrible. What happened to their bodies was horrible. Said it was highly addictive, and they couldn't. They had to come in and get detoxed to get off of it.
Well, it was ironic that you were telling me this. I had another friend of mine the other day. He probably wishes to remain nameless. He may be listening right now, and he told me, he said, "Mike, you were asking about this stuff to ask people or anything." Man, he said he was at the little cafe over here that Marty, you go to a little bit. And he said, "Mike, I heard these guys talking about this drug that's worse than crack and how much money they're making off of it."
Yeah.
And I'll put it this way, because I got to be careful how I say it. There's always somebody going to get their feelings hurt. I'll put it this way. They ain't from around here. I'll put it that way. The guys he was talking to, he said, they ain't from around here. And but law enforcement, if you're a parent, if you're an uncle, if you're a cousin, if you're a child, pay attention to this stuff that they're calling gas station heroin. And it is, and I can't pronounce the word, Tianapin.
I don't know.
And but we're going to play. I've got Connor going to pull up a report on YouTube. Connor, go ahead and play that if you don't mind.
That I could walk across the street here and get some right now.
A place we all know.
It's showing up in gas stations everywhere.
And a place becoming known for something else.
People need to hear this before it blows up.
Patrick Mazzola says he started drinking as a teen.
That was the stepping stone. And then I remember taking my first Percocet. I thought I could quit on my own. I definitely could not. I've sought treatment a couple times. This is my last time.
Mazzola was sober for most of last year until he was in a head shop one day and bought something he hadn't tried before.
It escalated very fast when my brain started building a tolerance to it. Then we're up to about 1.5 bottles. Neptune's Elixir, and there's a couple other goofy names for it, but they're being sold as a supplement. It's not a supplement. It is a drug, and it is going to kill us.
What he became dependent on
Tianaptine
is found in bottles like this one that can be bought legally.
This pill is the devil.
People call it gas station heroin because it is a weak opioid antagonist. It activates the same areas in your brain that opiates and opioids do as well. And if you take a high enough dose of it, you can get very similar effects.
Steve Sarin works at Aspen Ridge Recovery, an outpatient treatment center.
Patrick was the first person we've had reach out to us for treatment for tianeptine. I had never even heard of it until earlier this year.
The withdrawal is the worst thing God ever created. and I've withdrawn off drugs. It is awful. Death seemed better than this.
Both men have learned a lot about gas station heroin.
Tianeptine is a substance that was first developed in the 1980s to treat depression and anxiety. It's been approved for use in a few countries around the world, but it is not currently approved by the FDA for any use in the United States.
A handful of states have pushed to either ban or control tianeptine. Colorado is not one of them. That information comes from a letter sent by members of Congress to the FDA, asking the agency to take immediate action. Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert signed that letter.
Ultimate responsibility lies with the United States Congress. The Food and Drug Administration lacks the authority to regulate most supplements, which tianeptine falls under, but they've repeatedly asked Congress for the authority to do it.
In November of last year, the FDA warned consumers not to use any product with tianeptine in it.
On the back of the bottles at some of these, they do have a disclaimer that says for research purposes only.
Mazzola says something needs to change, and soon.
One day, took some and woke up in Lyman. So I drove an hour unconscious to Lyman and passed out on the side of the highway. That was a rough one.
What was your turning point this most recent time?
I just wanted to get better.
Now working on his mental health at Aspen Ridge.
If I save one life with this story, then I win.
Using his voice for others. With photojournalist Anaya Salcido, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
All right, this stuff sounds really, really bad. So, anyways, you know, it's a sad time when you call law enforcement and they don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, like I say, no wonder we're losing kids. No wonder the Poison Control Center calls have increased 500%. I mean, it really is sad. You know, that's why we need a Tennessee DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. That ain't a Republican or Democrat issue. Yeah, let's just hold people that are making big money, that love to get their big raises. I see it. The only time some of these local people call me, big money people, they want their pay raise. Oh, exactly. That's the sickening stuff I see. Anyways, caller, go ahead. Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey there. What's going on? How we doing?
Doing good. Waiting on you to call, brother. Are you want to remain anonymous, or how we want to do this?
Yeah, my name's Taylor Wangrid.
Okay.
I live here in Wilson County in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Will you call?
I'm a concerned citizen, and figured I'd call in and try and get the word out.
Yeah. Well, you called me pretty alarmed early this week. Let's just start back where you called me, Taylor, if you don't mind, and just kind of just share with the audience what you share with me. Probably Monday.
Yeah. So. Here in so my wife and I, we've used some what's called kratom in the past for inflammation and all that kind of life stuff that you get dealing with, and we've gone to kratom in the past, but there's a new product out there on the market that's pretty terrifying. And it's being given away as a free sample to kids. There's no ID check. And essentially what it is a synthesized kratom. It's highly addictive. And so me being not looking into it, I just trusted the clerk, and we got hooked on it pretty aggressively for about 2 months. It's honestly, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and we were looking for comfort in the wrong places, and we found some comfort, but it ended up really just kind of wrecking a bunch of stuff around us. And I'm just really grateful that we were able to get out of that mess and see the light. And now we're just really motivated to let people know and try and bring awareness to the fact that this stuff is sold like candy on the shelves in gas stations and smoke shops. And if you look into it, it's ruining a lot of people's lives. There's people that are having organ failure, kidney getting put on dialysis, their liver shutting down. It's some really potent stuff. And when you look into it, it's stronger than morphine, more addictive than morphine, and it has the same effect as any opiate or heroin, and it's just real dangerous stuff. And like I said, the only reason that we were able to get out of it is by the grace of God. And I just want to give all the glory to him, number one. But I also want to pay back and make sure that I'm doing my part in letting people know of how dangerous this stuff is and how addictive it can be. So that's why I'm here talking to you, Mr. Sparks. And, I've tried my best to get the word out in my local community. We've gone into the smoke shops and kind of raised a little cane, just letting them know that it's not okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting, the response that we've got.
Yeah, I was fixing to ask you, how did folks respond?
Some of them laugh and think it's funny that we're being so bombastic. And I had one guy that told me, "Yeah, man, this stuff's terrible, but we sell it, so I sell it." And I'm just like, wow, like, how is this even possible?
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a broad range. The market is really high. It's profitable. Once people try it, I mean, we probably took one package and we're hooked instantly. So it definitely needs to be a Schedule I substance, that's for sure. I would say that it was probably coming off of the substance was one of the hardest things that I've ever done in my life. Just the aches and the sweats. I went 7 days without sleep. It was wild.
Well, let me ask you. I shared your concerns on Facebook, and I always get some interesting feedback when we're talking about drugs or marijuana or whatever, and I welcome the feedback, constructive criticism or whatever, but would you say this stuff is so bad it makes pot look good?
I mean, I could say that, yeah. I mean, I feel like cannabis and kratom, like, they are a plant. In Genesis, it says that God gave us all of the plants. I know that I'm very cautious about, putting words into the Bible, and I know that it's a very controversial topic.
Yes.
The word does say to be sober-minded and not to be drunken, so it could all be lumped into the same, but when you start getting away from the natural plants and start getting into the synthesized fake drugs that aren't naturally occurring, that's when it starts to get dangerous. And the false advertising that goes behind it, and the free samples that they're just handing out with no ID checks, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Taylor, this is exactly what Marty was saying. I mean, I just carried him some lunch from my mother-in-law, Brenda Smith, awesome cook, as well as my wife, and he was telling me, he said, "Man, I got to tell you something." He was really kind of excited to tell me, and he said, that one of his caregivers is a nurse at the VA, and she said they had two guys come in, veterans that the market owner wanted him to try it, like, "Hey man, this is some good stuff, try this," and I guess the withdrawals was something he'd never seen before, and I haven't got to talk to her personally about it. I will, but have you reached out to local law enforcement about this?
I've emailed them. And then I've reached out to the legislature. I know that you forwarded something on to the Attorney General.
Yeah, and TBI as well.
We're letting them know. We've reached out to the local SROs at the schools to help notify them about it, because it's very easy to get, and if you have somebody who's 18, they can go buy a bunch of it. There's no restrictions on it, and these kids are also getting it. We have a good friend whose child actually has a heart condition now due to it and was put in the hospital. Yeah. So it's out there. The kids are getting it. It's dangerous, and it's no joke. The withdrawals coming off of it are very intense.
Yes. I've got Roger. He's calling our beer board chairman, Keith Bratcher. I don't know if you know this. About 12 years ago, I went after some of these dope dealers that were selling dope to kids.
Well, you listen to the show.
When I called the police on this guy, no, just tell him to listen. That's all. And when I called the cops on the market owner, the cops didn't know what I was talking about. I said, tell this market owner what these synthetic drugs are doing in the community. And the cops said, I don't know what you're talking about. This is true. This is why, I mean, I can't make this stuff up. The people are going to have to take back their country, folks. You can't wait on people that are on vacation. 2 top people I called this week, they said, oh, they're on vacation. Another guy I called, and he was a nice guy. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. Called another one, 3 acronyms. I'm not going to say their name because they may, I know one of them. I'm pretty close with them, and he's probably listening right now. And they didn't know. They didn't know. You know, I bet all the pastors, Taylor, I bet most pastors don't even know about this stuff, man.
No. And
You know?
I mean, we would sit in church, you know, we would go to church and all of that stuff, but we were still struggling with this.
Yeah.
And we just, like, as we were going through the withdrawals, we thought about how many people are going through the exact same thing we are, and they're sitting in the pews, and the pastors and the people around them have no idea. Law enforcement has no idea.
Yes, it's sad.
It's not that we were unproductive members of society, but we were addicted to a substance that was not doing us any good.
Yeah.
And our life was crumbling around us, but we thought everything was fine.
Yeah, and you and I went to church together. You know, you're a hard-working guy. I mean, your wife works hard, and
Keith, he wants to.
But you know, I've got the beer board chairman on the other side. We'll go to him here in just a second. But just pray about this, Tyler. But I appreciate your conviction and your backbone. Start calling your police chief and see what kind of, and then call back up here next week and tell me what kind of feedback you got. Call your local detectives, and they probably don't know about it. I mean, call your county commissioner, call your school board members. Most of these people, they really don't have a clue. And the attorney general's office, I called them, and they're looking at it. Then I called TBI, and the guy's he's a great guy. You know, I see him at the Capitol a whole lot, and they're trying to wrap their heads around this. But my understanding with Tennessee law, we've already banned it, but people get around this somehow. And I know Bart's probably listening, and I don't ever want to disappoint Bart. I think a lot of them. Man, our forefathers would never put up with this. You know, you think about it. Somebody was selling poison down the road. Our forefathers wouldn't put up with it. You know what would happen? Somebody would have burnt them. Somebody would have burned them down. They'd have burned them down is what they would have done.
It is. It's unfortunate. And, you know, no one is above addiction. Anybody can fall prey to it. And
yes,
we're just thankful that we were able to get out of it, and that we want to make a difference in the community. So that's really what
you're making an impact right now. Maybe Ed Raymer will pick up on this, and Angela Bing will pick up on it. Maybe Brian Barrett, Bart Walker, Scott Walker will do a story with your comments. Taylor, well, tell your lovely wife I said hello, and if you get a chance, listen to our beer board chairman who helped us with this. I mean, I'll be honest with you, we knocked the HELL out of these guys. But it's been about 12 years ago. We hit them so hard. That's when TBI came in and local law enforcement. We even went after their beer licenses. That's how you hit these people. You hit them in the pocketbook with their beer license, because, man, if they can't sell alcohol, they don't make a lot of money on gasoline, you know, and potato chips. But anyway, thank you. Listen in, Taylor, WGNSradio.com, okay?
Thank you so much, sir. You have a great night.
You too, brother. We'll see you.
Bye.
Hey, Keith, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Did you get to hear what we were talking about this new drug out on the street, the gas station heroin? Have you heard about this stuff?
Oh, yeah, Mike. I'm very well aware of it, brother. You know me.
Well, I appreciate you. This guy called me. Taylor had called me. We used to go to church together. He moved to Wilson County. He was on promoting that big revival they had out there in Mount Juliet, where a lot of churches came together. But why don't you recap from, what was that, 12, 13 years ago, and your efforts and the beer board efforts?
Yeah, something like that. It's been a while ago, Mike. But, yeah, we had, a lot of convenience stores that were selling, at that time, the thing was synthetic drugs.
Yeah.
And there was Molly's Plant Food. There were several of them. But anyway, law enforcement trying to catch these people in the act of selling all those drugs. But then we found a way, I serve on the beer board. I still am. I'm the chairman of the beer board here in Rutherford County. And we found a way that, if these store owners were involved in any illegal activity, that we could go after their beer permits and not just revoke them. We took them.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, that's what we did. And so, from what I understand now, what all is going on, lot of these smoke shops and a lot of the convenience stores, you know, they sell the smoke type stuff that these smoke shops do, but they also selling these, just what your other caller was talking about, drugs and stuff. So, and they're really kind of targeting younger people, but it's not it's everybody, but they're mainly targeting young people. So,
yeah.
But I have talked to some law enforcement, and you know, it's kind of, I mean, me or you or somebody like us, they're not, if we walk in that place, they're not going to sell.
No, they ain't going to try to push it on you. You know.
No, so you know, you got to kind of they're going to try to do something that's going to be undercover.
Yeah.
Kind of try to get these people, but you know, it's the thing about it is, I know you hate to say it, but you know, like 99.9% of these owners of these markets are foreigners.
Yeah.
And you know, we had that, you know, that ordeal when we had 12, 13 years ago, you know, they said they didn't understand or whatever.
Yeah, I love that story. Who was that gentleman that spoke up that he's since passed?
Mike Avery, he since passed. He was a beer board member. And anyway, when we had all those store owners come in there, you know, they were saying they didn't understand. And so I remember he opened up his wallet and he pulled up like a $20 bill, $10 bill, and $5 bill and laid them out there. And he questioned them on what they were, and they identified the money. So he said, so you understand the money, you try to tell me you don't understand it's illegal to sell what you're selling. So, you know.
Good for him.
It's just all about the money for them. They don't care about us or our youth. They you know, it's all about the bucks.
And a lot of these labs are you know, from China, and it's coming across the border. You know, it ain't a Republican Democrat issue. It's just sad. But I don't know if you heard me earlier. I called a few people in law enforcement, and they're like, "Oh, they're on vacation. They're on vacation." Another guy's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And called another person. I've never heard of it. And I'm like, God help us. God help us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, Keith.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Mike. There's just you know, always something out there. But yeah, we got to educate. You know. Public more than anything, but sometimes, you know, it takes education.
No, you're right. I mean, it's really education before legislation, because if people keep waiting on the government to solve their problems, I'm telling you, man, government is broken. We're $37 trillion in debt. We're going to eventually lose this country if we don't start turning it around. And you try to turn it around, then you'll get the media or somebody coming at you, calling you names and painting you as a racist or something. You know, Keith, they're liable to come at you, so be careful. That Antifa may show up in front of your house starting protesting like they did mine, you know. But I appreciate you.
I want to say one thing before we get off here, Mike. I appreciate you being a legislature, bringing this type of stuff to the forefront. You always have. Me and you've been working together for many years, and especially even before. So anyway, I appreciate you letting your listeners know and the public know, hey, what's really going on out here.
Yeah, no, you take care, bro. I thank you for all you do. Y'all have a good one, okay?
All right, so you
take care. Connor, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about some hot rods with Christy and David.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
When I say VFW, you probably have some visions of a smoke-filled bar with a bunch of old-timers eyeballing you. Well, the Stones River VFW is doing things different. No smoke-filled rooms, no turning prospective members away, and a strong emphasis on camaraderie and community. We believe in instilling our American values in our young people through numerous programs such as Voice of Democracy, Patriots Pen, Scout of the Year, and VFW Teacher of the Year. Stones River Post intends on becoming a driving force to help, aid, and assist wartime veterans. So if you're one of those veterans with a campaign medal and you want that sense of purpose that you've been missing, then give our recruiter, Andrew Farr, a call at 615-490-5715.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliates.
All right, we're back. Anyways, we're a little longer on that drug issue. But I'm telling you, folks, you know, most of these people have never had to do a funeral like I have. They've never had to listen to a mom cry or a grandmother cry or a father cry.
Yeah.
Looking over a casket. This is what gets me upset. And if these people are still on vacation the next few weeks, I'm going to start calling your names out. So pay attention to this kind of stuff, folks. Pay attention. Yeah. It's just sad. You know, and I was telling y'all off there, you know, some of these top people, I'm not going to say their names. You know, the only time they call me, they want a pay raise.
Yeah.
Does that make a man want to cuss or not? I know Bart's listening right now. And I know we can't use profanity on the radio, but I know Bart. Bart, if you was in my shoes, you'd have to say, Mike, I agree with you. But you can't use profanity on the radio, you know. Darn it, dang it. You know what I mean? But folks have got to step up. Our ministers got to start stepping up. Because we're losing our youth, man. It's really just tragic that this stuff is happening. And what's going to happen? We'll end up having a few fatalities, and then it's like, then they'll start paying attention. But really, we've been talking about doing this show. Roger set this up. Roger, I know you're close with Christy and David and Michael Morton and others, and you've seen the good work that they do in our community.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The Mid-10 Hot Rodders, and like I said, if there's anything going around local, if they're not doing it, they're involved. And they got several events coming up this year. And since David Ellis, of course, over there, Christy, Christy Pugh and her husband, Chris, Mike Morton, Hat Man. I hurt his back wearing his hard hat, I believe.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not going to take no stabs at you. Yeah. And his wife, Tracy. And there's also, there's two more. Danny Judd. Danny Judd. Did I get everybody?
And Janice.
No, William.
Yeah.
William,
No, these are the ones that are, I think, that like the board,
the
ones that do it.
They call me the sheriff, the boss lady, and I'm like, no.
Janice Ellis is a.
Yes, Janice.
Yeah. You're right. Okay, I knew it's 7. Yeah, but anyway, they do a great job. And they got a big event coming out at Sam Davis' home September 13th.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get him on here and talk about other events and talk a little bit about that one.
We'll do it. Yeah, we've got. It's coming up. We always do this for Paul Judd. He was one of the co-founders, and they started it in 2021 out in the front yard. Him and his brother Danny and Mike Morton. They all started this, and then I seen Paul out one day, and he goes, "Hey, will you do shirts for us and just come help?" I was like, "Yeah." Then there I am. Here I am still, but we just want to give back to the community. We're just big about family. Yeah. Family is what it is for us.
Exactly.
We don't have a president. We don't have treasurers. We don't have any of that. We just have us and just
Christy
family.
is president.
No.
Yeah, but like I said, when I see y'all folks at these shows, or even at Cruise In or something, it takes a lot of effort. I mean, it's not like you just show up. It takes planning, effort. And I do know a guy that's kind of wanting to be a planner, but event coordinator, but we kind of blowed him off. You know who I'm talking about. He knows who I'm talking about if he's listening. But you know what I'm talking. But anyway, y'all do such a great job. And like I said, if you want to talk about some events coming up, y'all got several, and anything you want to say, just go ahead and pop it out there.
Well, this month, August 30th, will actually be at Streetside.
Streetside.
And that's in Smyrna. what's the address? Laverne.
Okay.
Street Side Classics.
Okay.
They are hosting us. They host a car club,
Mhm.
like whenever they can, like each month or so, and we were chosen for August 30th. So we'll be out there. So come out there and hang
Where
out
exactly
with
in Laverne will you be?
us. Street Side Classics. I should have had all that. What is the address? Do you know?
Is it at the city park or something like that, or is that a?
It's
Laverne
if you get off
Industrial,
on Waldron
I guess.
Road,
Mhm.
coming from Smyrna, get off on Waldron Road, you'll turn to the left, go up to, I think it's the second red light, turn right, and they're back in that commercial
Gotcha.
section
Okay.
back there. They have a big building with
Yeah.
several cars in it for sale.
Yeah. Okay.
It-
Okay. Yeah. Here's somebody. He knows a little bit about it right here.
All right.
Yeah, the address
Good, thank you.
that you're looking for is 6000 Reliance Drive, Laverne, Tennessee.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I've actually seen this place before. I've gone there, just peeked my head in there real quick, and it's, let me just say, it's a very, very impressive collection of vintage vehicles. I am a car person myself, and so.
Awesome. Yeah, it's eye candy. If you like
Yeah.
cars, it's eye candy. And if you got the wallet,
Yeah.
you can go in there and get you
Now,
some really
the year Mike cut his hair, I know this year he was going to wear that hat, but he's already wore it and hurt his back now. But I know a few years ago, if he got a certain amount of cars, I think it was over 100, he was going to cut his ponytail off and donate his hair.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's his hair's done grow back.
It's grown back
It's still-
fast, hasn't it?
It has.
We're trying to get him to do it again, and he's arguing with us.
He's already said no. I told him I would dye my hair purple. I'll do it. I don't care.
But
Get us 100 cars or more in there.
But it's a set. Oh yeah. But if now y'all probably could do it. Like I say, if you got people competing against you, it's hard. I say other. But this one this year, of course, the Wings of Freedom Fish Fry, and y'all will be going to that right after. Some of y'all will be going to that with the cruise in they have there. So y'all got about a 14-hour ordeal going on. That's what I'm telling you about, folks. These people put the time in. You don't realize it.
Well, last year, we camped out there.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
smoked. We smoked a lot of meat. And,
Oh, yeah.
Did good. This year we're having food trucks though.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
He
seen
said
y'all
others.
seen the ghost?
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah,
All right, let's get. I know we usually get into ghosts around October, but Roger, I want you to tell the story about you hearing the ghost.
Uh-oh.
Tell the story. Have you heard the story?
I may have heard this.
Well, this was a news story that my
Well, maybe I haven't.
my daughter-in-law, she was out. My son, he owns a.
We're talking about Sam Davis Home.
Yeah, Sam Davis Home. He owns a yard cutting business, and he does Michaelville. He does a lot of big places. He does Sam Davis Home. Well, one of his pieces of equipment broke down one night, and he had to wait on the mechanic because it's so big, it couldn't roll it up. But she was with him, and she was waiting. She said she looked up at the home, and there's no electricity in there. Y'all know from doing ghost tours.
Yeah.
And she said it was somebody standing in that window with a light.
No.
And we had an alarm there. She said, I said, you just pull him a chain. She goes, no, I swear it was somebody in that window with a light. And we got an alarm system in there.
Yeah.
And hey, she backs my store, but one he's talking about where I heard my name called out a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then the lady on the other
How'd
crew.
they say it? How'd they say it?
I'm not going to say, man. You
feminine.
played it on the radio for 3 months. Had
Like,
somebody doing
Roger,
it.
Roger.
Yeah, he did a play on it about 3 months on the
Or was
radio.
it Roger?
No, just a lady. I could hear like a poltergeist in the walls. You've seen the movie
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Oh yeah.
And it happened twice, and the lady on the other crew said she heard it. And I go,
That's wild.
yeah, it is. And so I was on another show. They asked me to be on this other show and talk about ghost stories. So I did some research. I said, I'm going to go way back. And some of the stories I heard was hearing a woman's voice in a house, back in the day, 30, 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yes.
But then you heard a guy, seriously, you heard a man.
I heard one day. I thought was the employee in there hollered for me. There wasn't nobody in there at all. I went over in the office, just sitting in the office. Did you walk through? I said, no, I've been here the whole time. I go, oh, man.
That's wild. So y'all spent the night on Sam Davis grounds?
We did.
That would be cool.
We took the campers up there, and we stayed out there, and we smoked meat all night.
Wow.
We got up early that morning, the sunrise.
Yeah.
The sunrise was absolutely
That was cool.
gorgeous.
I bet.
But that's like our second home. It's like
Oh
our
yeah,
second
yeah.
home.
Y'all do a lot. Y'all come to our chili cook-offs. Mike has, and you're real good about that. You know, bringing cars in, and in fact, I think you won a door prize, didn't you?
Well, your
My daughter did. Yeah,
Yeah.
she won the Craftsman.
But didn't you win one though this last time? A couple of jackets and a hat.
It was a sweatshirt.
Yeah, my
and a
cousin
hat
won
and
it.
a cup.
We had it
That's
rigged.
right.
We had it
You had it
rigged, but my
rigged.
cousin won everything else,
Angie.
and he won it.
Yeah, everything.
Angie Jeff Gill.
Yeah. Well, it's Paul Judd's sister-in-law. You know, Angie.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was kin to me.
That's
Till we
right,
went
I
on a
remember you
tour.
talking about that.
And Jeff never cooked in his life. Won the chili contest. He thought that was rigged.
But that's what's cool about the chili contest is that the people that win usually aren't good cooks. I had one. Marsha Blackburn took second place a few years ago. Well, I guess I better be careful how I say this, but somebody told me they said,
I know. Don't say
no, I
don't-
better
don't-
not.
don't say it.
Anyway,
No.
state employees took first place. My buddy Kelly Butler's mom Sandra took
Yeah,
third
she's running
place.
for governor. Don't say
Yeah,
that.
but anyways, there's rumor that sometimes people bring Wendy's chili and wins.
I've heard that. I don't remember
Because
you
I've had
saying
people say that I've tried. They say I know Wendy's chili has Wendy's chili.
Huh,
I mean, I don't know if somebody would be that low down and just go to Wendy's and get a big
Chili
crock
cook-off.
pot of
You know
chili.
they sell that at the Kroger's now. Wendy's chili.
For real?
They do. They do.
My buddy Terry. Oh man, what is Terry and Tori? Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank.
Oh, you one little buddy.
Caudale.
Your one little buddy's been in all for 14 or 16 of them and never won.
Jim Africano. Yeah. You know that's what's funny, and Jim's a great guy.
And
Affy
his
Pest
chili's
Control.
good. I thought his chili was good.
Well, what's funny is the people that can get cocky. You know, my mom always said, "Pride come before a fall." You can't get arrogant or cocky, and I'll have these guys. Brian. What's Brian's last name? His dad was the dentist in town years ago. Brian Frank. These guys will be like, I'm a good cook, and
that was my
they'll spend
dentist
all this
back in the
time,
60s.
and they'll do terrible.
Yeah.
And Danny Brewer, I think he took first a while back. But people try to act like it's rigged. It's not rigged. It's real. But it don't help when Roger's cousins win it. That's what kind of.
And then they won 2 door prizes. Yeah, man.
She won
and-
everything.
Yeah, and I know, like I said.
Yeah, Roger. Now we know. Truth
We
is
have a
out.
great
Truth is out.
time. You know, it really is.
At 3 a.m., there was about 81 million votes for Roger's cousin's chili.
Oh, it was good. It really was.
Thank you there, Jeremy.
But I
Whatever,
appreciate
trust me.
y'all just raised some money. Y'all raised some money for was a little boy that battling cancer recently.
Yes. What's his name? Oh God.
Oh, that was at the cruise in. That was the donation. But they also, when they do these, their car shows, like I said, one year is cancer and then epilepsy.
Yes.
And, besides, helping us out, that, Sam Davis, they also give the different charitable organizations. And
Alzheimer's.
it's really cool.
Yes. This year we are given to the Alzheimer's Tennessee.
Okay.
Because that's near and dear to so many people's hearts.
Yeah.
But we just.
It'll be dear and dear in mine soon. I'm already forgetting everything.
I forget everything. They
No,
say,
I'm-
that's
it's
just a
getting
change
bad.
of life. You'll go through that. Oh, God.
So who's some of your Steak and Shakes a sponsor? What about Jerome Dempsey at Smyrna Council? Does he help any?
Oh, he does.
Does
He
he?
does. He usually donates 2 tickets for the
Does
fish
he?
fry each
And
year.
does Marty help out any
Marty
at all?
Loveman.
Marty, he just oh yes. Now
And
he's
Marty's
given
got his 55 he's going to bring.
he's given 2 hefty donations to some people.
I drove that
through
car.
SNS.
I drove that car to fish fry last year. It quit on me 12 times. So
I think
he
it-
put
he had
a
it
new-
rigged.
he
He
put
had
a
it
new
rigged.
carburetor
He
on
had
it.
it rigged.
Fair and Todd, I think, put a new carburetor on it. Seriously, it quit.
Was it a
12 times.
4-speed?
No, it was automatic. It was scary.
Oh,
I
thought
mean,
if it's
driving a
4, you might have
55,
forgot how to drive.
driving down I-24 and it's stalling. Something was wrong with the carburetor. He's got it fixed now.
That 55 is gorgeous.
Oh, it's a beautiful car.
But he's going to be the grand marshal at
With
the
the
parade in
Laverne
Laverne.
Yeah, the old timers parade. Yeah.
Well, I was corrected. It's not old timers. That's
It's
too
not.
politically incorrect.
The
Can't say
Laverne,
that.
the Laverne Festival.
Old
Fall
men's,
Festival.
old people's. What would be
Can't
the
say
name?
it no. Steve No, Vice Mayor, said it's Fall Festival.
What's
You
that?
can't call it Old Timers Day.
Fall
Festival.
Okay.
Man, the world's just getting so politically incorrect. You can't say anything.
I know. Well, Marty did reach out to us, and he said he wanted us to be a part of the parade with him.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we're going. September 20th is when that is.
Yeah.
And then we're also having our second annual cruising at Northern Tool.
Yes, that's the one that got
Yes.
rained out before, correct?
So we're doing October 25th.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a trunk or treat, and we'll have a couple
Right, that'd
food
be
trucks
awesome.
there.
That would be awesome there.
And
Town of
then-
Smyrna supportive, aren't they?
Oh yes.
We'll
Yeah.
have
Oh yes.
door prizes.
Yes. And we also have a very dear friend of ours, Barry Howell. He is having a truck show. It's a truck show. It's called the Mid-South Trucktoberfest, and that is going to be October 18th at Hop Springs, which is on 6790 John Bragg Highway. And he does just trucks because it's just near and dear to his heart,
Yeah.
because his mom bought him the old truck that he has.
Oh.
And she passed away of breast cancer. So he is donating every bit of money he makes
Yeah.
to breast cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why when y'all did that one, my mom, breast cancer,
Yes.
when y'all had that one, that's why it means.
Yes.
When I see y'all doing that, it really, it's really awesome thing y'all do.
You know,
Yeah.
often I think we were at
Marty Luffman said, "I know who bought the Wendy's chili."
Oh, don't
No.
Marty, let's
Uh-oh,
get
Marty.
in trouble. Seriously,
Yeah, don't
I
put
could
nothing
get
out
in a lot
there.
of trouble.
Yeah.
It's a rumor. It's not fact. It's
it
just
was.
a
It's just a
rumor.
big joke we started.
But I was going to share. I drove my wife's Mercedes up here, and I had my red '68 Camaro back in school that Marty wouldn't insure. He run me out of his insurance company. True story.
Marty.
But I was driving her car the other day, and I was thinking, man, I wish I had that Camaro back. But when I was in high school, that's the kind of car I wanted. But we were at Gateway Classic Car. Did y'all make it over? And we had our chili cook-off over there. Well, it was
it was a fundraiser.
Yeah, a little fundraiser, little event.
Yeah, we didn't get to make it over there for some reason.
But speaking of folks' mom, my mom died about 2.5 years ago, and my wife literally took care of my mom for 6 years. I mean, 3 meals a day, babied my mother. My mom was pretty demanding. You know how older people can get.
He had to look at you, Roger. Ooh.
They get a little demanding sometimes.
Oh, look! Oh.
And I ordered this car out of Florida, and I'm super tight. And I ordered this car out of Florida, this convertible. It was a total surprise to my wife. I ordered it through Auto World Smyrna. My Kurdish buddies always kind of take care of me. I ordered this car, had it at Gateway Classic Car. I had to fix it. It was hit with the bumper. It's the same bumper. It was just hit at the back, fixed the car. But the night it was coming in, it was being delivered on a car hauler from Punta Gunta, Florida. My wife come home. She had to go to the doctor in Murfreesboro. She said, I seen the prettiest car in Murfreesboro this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Prettiest white Mercedes.
And that deal you did at Gateway, I helped kind of set that
Yeah,
up.
you helped me.
Yeah.
Oh, we surprised her.
Yeah.
I said, that's your car. She started crying.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Oh,
I think she's mad at me right now for something.
Well,
I don't know. If you've married 36 years, you don't know what the fights are
Well,
about.
yeah, mine. It's going on right now. You just don't know it. You're not part of it, but it's going on right
I
now.
also want to tell it's my
Yeah.
husband's birthday today.
Oh,
So happy
happy
birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris. Y'all want to sing
Chris.
happy birthday
Chris
to him?
Pugh.
Happy birthday.
If it was here, we would do it. If he's in the
Yeah,
studio, we'd have him
thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Yeah,
Sing
and he
it.
went riding today. They all went riding today and took side by sides and a Jeep, and we'd have a
So
big
y'all,
time.
so y'all made the sacrifice to come in here to the station. Okay.
Well, David actually went. He left early so he
Oh,
would be up here.
kudos for you,
So,
David.
But I
You
stayed.
go.
I stayed at home, And
David's an old cruiser from Shoney's days. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
That's what
cruise.
we got in common.
No, you're
right
too
there.
young to be remembered.
I'm 52.
We were at Jackson Heights back in the day, and
I
Smyrna, and the
cruised.
cops would run us off. We weren't hurting anything.
I cruised. Was it Quibido? What was his name?
Yeah.
Sorry, he gave me my very first ticket.
What was you doing?
I was speeding.
Really?
I was in my daddy's '73 Roadrunner.
Oh,
Really?
man.
Oh, really?
Was that the what? It had
That's
the
what Daisy
440.
Duke had.
No, it just had a 318 in it. This one
Okay.
did. But yeah.
Well, it's a
That's
good
what Daisy
thing, probably,
Duke had,
wasn't it?
Daisy Duke, isn't what she drove?
Yep.
That's what
Yep.
I thought.
Yeah. So he gave me my first ticket, but it's okay.
When I had my car business, I had this. What's the Mopar orange? It's not Hug Orange. It's like a Mopar orange. I don't know the term.
Chevrolet's Hugger. I'm not sure about
But I had it in my car business. It looked like a Roadrunner, and my wife told me, she said, "You better get rid of that car." She said, "You got every redneck in Smyrna coming to see this car." Everybody was just looking at it. Nobody would buy it. And let my son drive to Smyrna High School for a car show. He won the car show, and there was a crowd of guys out there. And I told my wife, I said, "Don't you know who those guys are? You know who they were?"
Who?
Smyrna cops and the police chief.
Oh.
She said, "You got all your rednecks coming over here." They were all plain clothes. She said, "You better get rid of that car." Because, I couldn't really do good on classics. They would sit there. They would draw crowds, but you could never really, you didn't really turn them fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, but that car you was actually looking at that day at the cruiser was Ronnie Perriman's, right? Is that his name?
Is that his car?
I think it
The
was.
Camaro?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one you was looking at and made a
Yeah.
picture. I've still got the picture
Well,
somewhere. I made
he's
a
working
picture.
on my buddy Tommy Campbell's '68 Camaro.
Okay.
You know, now I hear nothing but good things about Ronnie.
But Mike, you talking about tickets? You ever get a ticket, buddy? Did you ever get a speeding ticket?
It's been a long time.
Well,
been a while.
Oh, okay, speeding ticket. Okay, we'll clarify that.
They
Speeding
say
What
ticket.
kind of ticket?
Yeah, and
They say this Mercedes will do
I know
0
it
to
will.
60 in 4.4 seconds.
Well, let's go
twin
see.
turbo.
Let's
Man,
go.
I'm afraid of getting pulled over. I
But
better not.
hey,
Let
but
Roger
Jeremy,
drive it.
I'm old and slow. But Jeremy would, I'm that guy on the bumper cars. Everybody passes. It's not.
Oh no, my
But
husband
Jeremy-
Chris is right there with you.
Did you? Oh, well, yeah, but he's done been wiped out a few times on dirt bikes, hasn't he? Yeah, that's what he told me. So he was. I seen that over there at the VFW. That trick he did on the. It wasn't really
Right,
a bike.
on the mini bike. Yes.
That was good, Chris. If you listen, that was a good one. You went running around to the other one, and that was pretty good. But Jeremy, you got a little ticket back in the day, didn't you? I know you hadn't. Jeremy probably never got a ticket. Did you ever get one?
No, I did. I did.
Never mind.
Back in 2018.
Somebody never got a ticket.
I was actually going to look at a new car.
Nothing to speed in.
Huh?
Another car to speed in. Is that what you're saying?
No, but it was a. I'm surprised he didn't get me for reckless driving. I did a 60 and a 45.
Okay.
And it was right over there by Nissan.
Well, I mean,
So
If you got rubber back in the day, like changing gears, they give you one. They call it reckless driving.
oh yeah, if you chirp the second
I
gear,
got
yeah.
those kind, and I got slow and go at stop signs, but on my motorcycle, they went fast
He's
enough to catch. I had a Kawasaki,
Yeah.
I had a Kawasaki 500. They couldn't catch me, on that.
Mhm.
Except the one time I didn't know the neighborhood, they blocked me in.
You know, y'all gonna be. I love that about spending the night at Sam Davis' home.
It was awesome.
Are y'all gonna do that again, Roger?
What's that?
Spend the night at Sam Davis' home.
We're not cooking this year, so
Yeah, that cause he had the smoker and all going,
Yeah.
cooking that, cooking.
So if somebody
barbecue.
brings a smoker, y'all spend the night.
Well, you have to tend to it, but he
Yeah.
they sold it
bring
last
a smoker,
time.
we'll stay.
This
that
time
would be
it's
cool.
trucks,
Put
I think.
tents up,
Food
yeah.
trucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
But
that
it's
was cool. Waking up that morning though and seeing that sunset.
Well, let me throw us in before we get out of here. Bean Brothers Barbecue. Speaking of barbecue, they would be opening
Sunrise.
up August the 23rd, Saturday, August 23rd. Bean Brothers Barbecue will be opening up, and it's Texas style barbecue. You got to try it. It's great. I've had it before. Known the guy all my life. Him and his brother, they're masters at it.
And he played for Dallas Cowboys.
He played for the Cowboys. Yeah,
Oh,
he played
wow.
in '82. Yeah, and
we went by the other day at the little.
yeah, we went down there.
festival.
It's gonna look good, isn't it?
It looks good.
Yeah, we went in there.
His
and,
wife's real sweet. What's her name?
Lori. Yeah.
Lori. She seems real sweet.
Now
Yeah,
is that
she's-
where the old Italian restaurant used to be?
Yes.
Was it Rossi's?
Yeah.
Hava.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Rossi's at first,
Yeah.
and then
I tried to drive by it the other day to see what they'd done to the building, and the road was closed.
Yeah, but they're gonna have it. They're getting ready to. I was at that little meeting too. They're getting ready to. They're right now. They're doing it. Getting it.
Are they getting it ready?
Yeah.
How
for
long
the-
have you been working
for
on
the
this thing?
13th? About 20 years. No.
If the mayor's
that was the cause of
listening-
that deal up there
if
at the
the mayor's
roundabout.
listening,
Is the roundabout and
they
some
need to
plumbing
fix
that
that
had to
thing.
change all that.
What do you
stuff
want to
out.
tell the mayor if she's listening?
Oh well, she's gonna get invited to something. I told her about it a while back, so I will be getting with her shortly.
Yeah, Marister.
Yeah,
Reed.
Marister Reed. Yeah.
Anyways,
She was my
so-
brother's flower girl, so we go way
Flower
back.
Girl. Yeah. Well, you got to talk to her dad yesterday.
Yeah, her dad, her mom.
And they go way back to.
Oh yeah, we went to
Jefferson
church
community.
back in the day, and the preacher I was named after is one that actually married him
Yep.
and his wife. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we're about out of time. Christy, Armstrong, Pugh, David, Ellis. Okay. Thank y'all for coming up, and thank you for Donnie Thompson and others listening.
Yes, thank
Michael
y'all.
Bort. Michael, hope your back gets better, and Chris, happy birthday.
thank
you,
y'all
Colin.
so
Thank you very
much. Thank y'all.
Hey, Roger.